Hey, Chris here from Midwest Coaster Fans. You can see from this first video that this is the line that was leading in. This is about 10:30 in the morning that people were waiting on for them to open up the Steelers country area so that they could stand in line for steel curtain. It actually turned out that they were recording something, so the line didn't actually open until later, and then the roller coaster didn't actually open until about 2:10, and then they sent the first train about 2:15. So we ended up heading off and doing something else. This is me entering the actual ride queue area at 2:15. I waited about 2 hours, 29 minutes, and they were only running one train, so that's probably the reason for the longer wait. We were about halfway mark to 3/4 mark in the actual ride queue. And what was really weird of those, they offered free water as you exited the ride, but the free water that was in the ride queue, they removed, and then they had people selling fluid. So a lot of us were a little hot and irritated. Luckily, they have overhead hanging that blocks UV rays, so you're not as hot as you would be. But I just thought it was kind of weird that they weren't supplying the water until you exited off the ride. Looking at slow dispatches too, I ended up timing the dispatches, and we were looking at, so it takes, after the ride's complete, it takes it about a minute to get back into the actual ride station, and then it took them about a minute to unload, another minute and a half to check the restraints. So overall, like 4 minutes per train or more. I rode at the very, very back. So as you can see from the lift hill here, it's supposed to play Renegade, but because the lift hill's so loud, you can't hear Renegade being played. So that would have been another cool concept. Now, Steelers Country is really cool. So as you exit off the ride, you enter in a gift shop that sells, merchandise and Steelers merchandise. And then there's going to be other areas inside Steelers Country when they're over and done with it. But as soon as that full train hits that last part of the lift hill, it does speed up. And I do apologize for this video that you're about to see right here, because I was shooting a live feed and attempted to convert it over into when I published this video, and unfortunately it did not publish it as widescreen, so I apologize on that. But this is the full ride POV. It goes into kind of like a corkscrew spin drop. There's different names for it. There's that drop, and then you have a banana roll, and then it's python roll. I don't know. They come up with so many different names for it. But there's 9 versions in total. About a minute up the lift hill, a minute on the ride. I thought the back was very smooth. Some people complained and said that the back yanked them. I didn't feel any yanking at all. The only thing I thought was a little weird is that I felt kind of like a slight vibration on the actual ride the whole time. And it could be due because it's brand new. It didn't remove the smoothness or anything. It was just kind of odd because I didn't feel the same thing when it came to Max Force. But the restraint system's just like Max Force, but the shin guards are a little less comfortable than Max Force. I was told this is a prototype coaster. Not really like a prototype, but like a first edition for SNS. So if it's successful here, they're going to try to implement it at other parks. I don't know how true that is. But this is steel curtain at night. This is the night footage I was able to take. The sign is very nice at night. And I was attempting to try a night ride, but they close down the ride queue 2 hours before the park actually closes. And that makes sense because it is a new ride, so it takes a while to get everybody through the ride queue. They did eventually open up 2 trains. Actually, when I got off of mine, they put a second train on there, but they had issues with it. So it took them about 40 minutes to load it. But once they got the second train on there, people were only waiting maybe an hour and 40 minutes, which is extremely good. So and they did get the dispatch times a lot faster as time went on. But this is definitely a picturesque coaster at a picturesque park known as Kennywood. Definitely a great addition. I give the total roller coaster a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely one of the best roller coasters in the United States. Definitely worth the wait, worth the time. But Kennywood has many good roller coasters besides this one. So definitely head out to Kennywood. Check out some old favorites like Thunderbolt, Jackrabbit, Phantom's Fury, some roller coasters like that as well. And that's just me signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this video from Midwest Coaster Fans. Look for more content from us on YouTube, and subscribe and like our page. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you again for tuning in to Midwest Coaster Fans.